Able
What
to hear
coming
the
through?
stream. Can't hear you, Lokesh.
Alright, you should be able to hear me now after the delay's over. But yeah, I was talking about Blue Team's jungler Vi and how good he is in the jungle. He is a challenger solo queue player, and he has a 90% chance of landing his Q for ganks. Over in the purple team, we do have their bot lane being picked up in the first two picks. Lucian just always being strong, and Morgana also being picked up. Morgana, as we've seen Morgana being picked up a lot in this tournament alone because she is just such a good support, and a lot of teams have trouble playing against her. The spell shield just provides so much utility for the AD carry, and along with the snare it's just a very good support overall. And even though we did see a Morgana being used in the mid lane last game, but she is a very strong support and she is used a lot. So that Morgana and Lucian just makes a very good bot lane. It's also a very very good bot lane in general, and yeah. So I guess purple team just setting their bot lane straight away, and does pick up that Lucian and Morgana lane. Over on the blue team, we do have the Graves and Leona lane being picked up. Blue team picking up their bot lane as well. So we do know that Morgana kind of counters the Leona in lane, because Leona, what makes her a good support is her CC abilities, and her passive, which just gives immense burst when you combine it with a Graves. But if you can play that Morgana correctly, spell shield on time on your AD carry, then that would just be it's just a win for them, I guess. But if she doesn't spell shield on time, then that's just gonna be like a waste of um, it's just gonna be a waste of a pick, and yeah. So Itachi, playing Morgana, his most played solo queue champ will be that Morgana, and I guess he's just more comfortable on it, and doesn't really mind playing it against Morgana. So I guess comfort pick going at that. Over on the purple team, we do have the Ari being picked up in the mid lane. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this Ari plays, because Ari is kind of, I'd say, kind of like a Lux. I want to say kind of like a Lux, because her charm and her orb of deception is a skill shot based skill. So if you can land the skill shots, then I guess very good. But if you can't, then well, it's not gonna go out good for you. But yeah, that's that. Nasus being picked up for the top lane for Changupta. We'll see how he does with that. I don't really like Nasus in particular, because he's really kind of useless to the team unless he tries to freaking stack his unless he gets so many stacks on his Q, which leads to late game, and we might see a jungle teleport mastery, something also I do not like, because there are like so many countless times when you're in solo queue and you see that person pick a jungle teleport mastery. He sometimes does good, but then he sometimes goes 0 and 7, and yeah, 2 teleports being picked up for the purple team. So let's see how he goes with that. Over on the blue team, Fitz picking Orianna, his second most played champion, and a very good team fight champion in general. He's very confident on that Orianna. So let's see let's see what he let's see how he plays it against the Ari, and also Seeker playing that Jace. Now we do know that Jace is like a mid lane champion, and mostly people play him mid lane. We saw Flux Hazard just dominating with Jace over in that mid lane last game. But Seeker, the top lane mate, he loves playing those damage particular top lane champions like Riven, Jace, etc. He also plays like Irelia and Rumble, but let's just see how I would like to see how he plays on Jace at the moment, because one thing you'll also notice that blue team's got 2 ignites compared to the purple team's 1 ignite. Purple team, trying to at least follow the meta a little bit by taking that top lane teleport. Whereas Seeker, just taking Ignite in the top lane, I mean, he just wants to go full aggro on this Nasus. He doesn't want to let this Nasus stack up his Q. He's just gonna be applying a lot of pressure, and with the help of the Vi, they can probably shut down. They're looking to probably shut down this Nasus pretty good for this game, and they're gonna try and set them far behind. So let's see how that plays out. Let's see how Nasus can counter that. I don't really think there is too much to counter, but we'll see. And again, this teleport, smite, master yi, something you do see in solo queue. Not much you see in competitive play, but trying not to be so mean about it. We'll just see. We'll see how he plays out. I mean, we have seen a lot of stuff in this tournament that we presumed that was losing, like Nexus Protector's game against Devil's Playground yesterday, where Frost and Zabardist were rooting for Pranjal's team, but I had faith in the Teemo, and the Teemo carried that game against Nexus Destroyer. So poor loss for them, but yeah, coming back to this game, we'll see how that Master Yi teleport is going to be playing. Whether how useful he is going to be playing his teleport, and just how much of a team they're just going to be playing in general. So, they've got 2 teleports up with the Nasus and Master Yi. So I really don't know what's going on there. Are they looking to just catch people out and trying to force 4v5s or something? I'm not sure, but blue team has picked up that team fighting team with that Leona ulti into Oriana ulti into Vi just ulting the back line, and they've got Xerox and Seeker to just stay back and try to dish out as much as damage as possible. So purple team doesn't really have that much of a team comp. I mean, the only form of team fighting CC they have is the Morgana ulti. They've also got the pick out Charm by Ari, but yeah, we'll just see how they play in general, because purple team just being a new team. Nox, the most of the players in Nox have been here for a while now, like for more than a few years or so. But their team is, I guess, not very new, but not also very old. So these players do play with each other a lot, and I guess they do have very well synergy amongst each other. But again, they aren't like a team that's been here forever, so like OG or something. So yeah, it's interesting to see how they play. Also, Worslaw Forest is going to be jungling for them instead of the red one, the Kazakh's main. Instead, we're going to be having Worslaw. So we'll just see how that goes. We're going to see how the synergy is going to go between each lane and the jungler. So yeah, it's gonna be a really interesting game. I do hope so, and hopefully it's not gonna be, well, it's probably gonna be one of those stomps, but hopefully we can actually see some, at least a worthy fight being pushed out by the purple team. So as the summoners load into the rift, we do see a Ghost Bride Morgana skin being picked out by Morgana, of course, a Galactic Nasus. That's a good skin. Everybody on Nox except for the Graves does have a skin, so it's 4 skins versus 3 skins, I believe. 2 less prawn, not yet connected. I can't see if he has a skin or not, but Ari and Master Yi do not. So while this team is loading the rift, I'd like to go through each lane and see how, and give my predictions on how it's gonna go. So I guess we'll start with the jungle. I do believe Worslaw Forest does probably notice that Master Yi is taking a teleport, so he's probably just gonna go for some hard counter jungling, trying to catch Master Yi out, trying to use that flash to his advantage, and just trying to catch the Master Yi while he's farming. Because Master Yi, what he's gonna be mostly doing for this match alone is he's just gonna be farming his jungle, and then probably try and get like a lucky TP in bot lane or top lane or so. So. I guess that's Worslaw Force is gonna do his best not to allow that to happen, but you never know. So then yeah, coming down to the bottom lane, the Graves and Leona. Again, it's mostly a skill matchup because the Nox is aware that they picked the Morgana first, and Morgana kind of counters Leona with her spell shield. So it's a skill matchup. If Morgana can spell shield Lucian on time to avoid the crowd control and passive abilities by Leona, then bot lane could come out on top. But if they kind of struggle, then this can go very badly for bot lane. Leona and Graves, just a very bursty bot lane. The burst of Graves along with the passive of Leona just gives a lot of burst damage in particular to the lane. So yeah, and then we have the mid lane matchup. Mid lane, Affit's taking a ignite instead of heal, and we've been seeing that on a number of Orianna players throughout the split. Varun in particular, Zedai is taking ignite also in his game. Again, in his last game, I do believe, or was an exhaust. I'm not particularly sure, but yeah, Oriannas have been taking they have been taking, sorry, ignite, because I believe he's confident that he's not going to get caught out by the Ari charm, and he's just if it's playing with confidence. So yeah, we'll see how good how well he can play with his confidence, and also Ari also taking ignite because it's Ari. You have a lot of kill potential in that lane with the charm, a lot of dueling potential. So yeah, Orianna, she's probably gonna look and try and make aggressive plays, see if she can pull it off. But for the most part, if she can't, then she's just gonna go farm mode and just farm till about late game, and we'll see what happens. Again, one thing I'd like to point out is that Master Yi teleport, which I am not a fan of. I mean, I've seen too many of those players in solo queue to see how this match is gonna go. Yeah, so let's talk about top lane now. Seeker being just a very good top laner, he is bringing out the Jace, and his main objective here is not to allow Nasus to farm, while Nasus's big objective here is to allow him to farm. So yeah, some warding going on in this early stage of the game. Both teams warding that brush in between that just separate the two jungles from each other. So no invade, I do believe here. Seeker being very aggressive early, like straight into the game, staying in the enemy side's tri brush, while Nasus is just chilling out in the turret. Yeah, so I really don't think that Kranglers are gonna go for an invade or anything aggressive in this in this in this game at the moment. They're just gonna be starting their regular buffs. Worslow starting his golems, and I guess Master Yi gonna be starting his Gromper White, as they called it back in the day. Nasus has left the game. No, he's reconnected, so I guess a small amount of lag happening. Yeah. So, yeah, minions have come to the lane. Already complaining about lag there, but there's nothing much they can do because they did waste their pause time. I don't know how much pause time they have in general, but I guess the admins will lay it out. We'll sort it out, the amount of pause times they'd have, and we'll get this game ongoing. So it shouldn't be much of a long pause, hopefully. But this is the Indian LCL. We're gonna see a lot of pauses, and the end pause coming in fairly quickly. My bad. Itachi unpausing the game also, and yeah, jungler's just gonna be starting their normal start. Worslow Forest taking the golems, and then probably his red buff here, while Master Yi starts with the blue buff and is probably gonna go take wolves or so. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we do see Seeker trying to play as aggressive as possible, not allowing that Nasus to stack his Q. That's gonna be his main focus here. Also, bot lane also being able to just scare the enemy bot lane off, or probably that Morgana is lagging or so. Who knows? Probably she is lagging, probably she isn't. Oh, and the bind being landed on the IGX Itachi, but no follow-up there. Instead, purple team is going to be playing passive. I do not know why, and oh yeah, they've got level 2 first, so it is actually kind of wise to play passive, Morgana doesn't have this shield yet. She did start stun, and Seeker going very aggressive on the Gupta back in the top lane, but he doesn't get the kill. Now bot lane is level 2, so they could be looking for an engage. I do not believe they are. Itachi missing his E. He could be punished, and he will get double shotted by Lucian because of his passive. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, also we have Ari pushing up the wave a little bit. Worslow Forest took his 3 camps, I do believe. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, took his 3 camps and finished his blue. He might be looking for a gank. Sorry. Meanwhile, Master Yi doing his I have no idea what you even call these monsters. God, I'm so bad. I should learn the new jungle camps, but I can't be bothered, honestly. But whatever. Wurzball, as I told you, he's gonna try and find Master Yi in the jungle. Master Yi teleporting. Wurzball sees a very low Master Yi, charges up his Q and goes ham. Rodwana does not have flash, and he will go down to Wurzball Forest. That is, guys, is what I've been telling since Champ Select. He did take that Master Yi with teleport. He does not have a flash. If he gets caught in the jungle, it's GG. Vi's passive will be able to crush Master Yi in lane, and we have Ari missing all their skill shots. Vi coming in again. He does force the flash onto Ari. So I guess, you know, his Q was actually on point there. I think if Ari just kind of, you know, walked or didn't use her flash, she would be dead. So it was kind of a smart choice for Ari to use her flash to prevent herself from dying. But Wurzball again coming in, and this time Ari does not have her flash, lands her charm. Wurzball does get some gap between Ursula, but here comes Master Yi. Good smite, very good mechanics for a Master Yi with teleport. I mean, alpha striking onto the what do you call this monster? Let's just call them wraiths from now for now. So yeah, he does alpha strike and smites Wurzball so that Wurzball couldn't get any close to Ari, and he does save his lane opponent. So just very good mechanics, I'd like to say, because it's not every day where it's kind of obvious just to think about it, but that actually, you know, actually takes a little bit of skill to, you know, kind of pull that off. And you know, a player with this skill level pulling that off, it's actually really good. Meanwhile, we have Ari. I don't think Purple Team does have the pause time to actually pause the game, so they're trying to ask Nox to pause for them. But you know, Nox just doesn't want to pause. They're kind of, you know, they want to get this game. They've got other things to do. They want to get this game over. And meanwhile, bot lane taking very low health. I do believe. Oh yeah, top lane Nasus also goes down to Seeker. I don't know how, but oh, he dies. Itachi, you know, trying to does get the ward onto the enemy side's Tribush over there, and yeah, so Ari just staying on the side there. Not much is happening in lane except for huge CS difference. I mean, 11 CS to about 40 CS just in that bot lane alone, and this doesn't look good on Purple Team's side. Meanwhile, Master Yi finds Wurzball Force in their jungle. Will he go for the kill? No, he doesn't. Wurzball also thinking, do I fight this or do I not? Meanwhile, bot lane going aggressive on the Purple Team. They're just going to be fighting for farm. Over in the top lane, we do have Nasus trying to go a bit aggro. He does flash away on the Seeker, respecting that Jace, even though he just bought his tier 6 minutes into the game. At 7 now, but I think he did buy it earlier. Meanwhile, Outfit's getting charmed and ignited. He does use his QW to slow them down and to prevent them from coming back. Outfit's level 6, the Shockwave and Ignite being used onto Ari. Outfit's forcing the flash, and he will take down Ari with a few mechanical outplays. Meanwhile, Master Yi just staying there and praying, trying to heal up. He knows he's not getting anything out of this. He has a teleport. He doesn't have anything. Alpha strikes to Wurzball for a little bit of damage. Over in the bot lane also, we do have some engages going on. Oh, wow. Master Yi actually takes out Vi. I don't know what happened there. You were saying the bot lane engage, but I guess, I don't know. Vi was just very close to Master Yi, I guess. Oh yeah, he probably lagged and, you know, just walked in the turret by accident. I mean, if you're in lag, there's really nothing you can do. It's just one of those deaths where you gotta give up and just blame your internet subscription provider, I guess. Yeah, so the game has been paused. Nox actually having a 10-minute of pause, so you know, they came to the match on time and they didn't get any pause time being taken away from them, while Purple Team took a long time to just get in the match itself, and they don't have any pause time, but yeah, Nox does have the pause time, so that's that. A lot was happening in the map. I guess in in bot lane. Oh, the match is being resumed. I don't know why. Chickwana. I'm pausing the match. I do not know why. Uh, we. I think there's some sort of miscommunication happening, or if it is on purpose, then the admins, need to look forward to something, because this type of behavior is not allowed in the LCL. So, Zoxen telling them clearly not to resume the game. They have the pause timer. They will resume it when they want to, and yeah. So, yeah. So coming down to the mid engage, Ari had Master Yi by her side and just went full on to off it. Uh, yeah,
A summoner has reconnected.
yeah. So yeah, RDA just with Master Yi by its side goes full on to Affits. Affits, being level 6, has a good disengage and good flashes coming out. And as Affits was level 6 first, he was able to get the Shockwave Ignite and dodge the second charm. So that led him to the kill. And then they have Worstal Forest just being an amazing jungler, coming into the lane, saving his laner, and also yeah, and also saving and also getting a kill up for himself. So yeah, over in the bot lane, top lane, Seeker without any mana. Jace is a very mana hungry champion. I mean, they've got two mana hungry champions. They've got Jace over in the top lane, and they've got Affits on Orianna over in the mid lane. So both of them are just very mana hungry at this stage of the game. But I guess we're still thinking about who's he gonna give this blue to. Is he gonna give his blue to Seeker in the top lane? Will he give it to Orianna in the mid lane? Or what he would do if he was JoJo is just take it for himself, because JoJo is a very, very selfish jungler. Nah, I'm just kidding. I love him. So yeah, coming back to the game here, Seeker without any of that mana. Yeah, Seeker without any mana, just trying to farm up as much as possible here. Over in mid lane, we do have a few small engages going on, nothing big, but now we have Worstal Force coming in. The Assaulted Battery along with the Shockwave secures a kill onto Ari. Now we have a... Wow. I'm kind of speechless about that, but over in bot lane, we did have Graves and Lucian exchanging blows, and a random ulti out of nowhere by Leona, missing everybody, nowhere in contact. So... I guess that was a misclick, but that was kind of funny to watch. So, yeah, just a missed ulti by Leona, I guess, and she needs to make sure that's okay. Nothing really happened there. Even if they did ulti, I don't know if they get to kill. But meanwhile, on top lane, Worstal Force finding a perfect opportunity to gank, just land the Q, get the smite down, and Seeker will be picking up the kill with his range that he has against the Nasus, and really shutting down that Nasus 0-2 in 10 minutes with just 41 farm. Let me check how many stacks he's got. Nasus with 87 stacks at 10 minutes. So, I'm not a Nasus player. I really don't know much about that champion, except that he needs to get like 300 stacks to be like relevant within a certain time zone, within I think 20 minutes or something like that. So that's all I know. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, we do have Master Yi coming. Morgana missing the snare onto Itachi, so I guess they're just not engaged that. We have another gank by Worstal over to the mid lane. He misses it, forces Ari to flash. Getting charmed, takes a little bit of damage, but nothing too serious. Meanwhile, Seeker going very aggressive onto this Nasus, just harassing him every second he can. Same with Affits. I think the Ari is disconnected, but they have also trying to grip. Both of them are disconnected, but it's not their fault. Again, Chickwana pausing their game. They're not allowed to pause. I don't know why they continue to do it. Yeah, so I don't know. I do not know why the purple team is pausing. I do believe that I do believe that this thing that uh I do believe that that they do not have any pause timer because they took a long time to set up this match. I have no idea what's going on. So yeah, I guess I don't know, man. These guys just keep complaining about lag. It's quite annoying, to be honest, as a caster itself, because you know, not really. There's nothing much to say about the purple team alone, except to point out how many mistakes they are making. But the Master Yi with teleport actually is the only one with a kill on their team. Um, yeah. Right now, bot lane pushing the lane up to the turret. The solution, 33 CS to 95 CS by the Graves. Bot lane really needs to start picking up and see what they can do. But oh, he will get a kill right on the tower. Ulti from Morgana being used. He will get it along with the snare, but no damage comes out because their Lucian is dead in the base, trying to respawn. So yeah, just beautiful play by Xeroxin alone. I mean, he sees a low Lucian, he sees a Lucian desperate for farm, trying to get as many creeps as he can. All he just needs to do is ulti in without the Leona help. And now we have this. I have no idea what you're seeing here, guys. Master Yi just walking to mid lane, not even attempting for a gank. I have no idea alone what he's trying to do, man. But he does pay the price for this reckless and ridiculous gameplay he is using. Now we've got Seeker coming to mid. They're looking to take this turret. He does get some damage onto Ari. Now we've got the Leona coming in. They might be looking for a kill on Leona. Leona getting the EQ on the Ari. Ari without any flash. Here comes the Solar Flare. The Solar Flare will be the execution skill that takes out Ari. And now we have Master Yi teleporting to the tower, but he will be taking some damage. Itachi just, walking out. Maybe they want to get a kill. Ignite goes down and they will take the kill. They'll be given to Seeker this time. And wow, just beautiful teamwork by this team. I mean, Itachi telling, yo, I'm tanky. I can tank this turret. Guys, just follow up with me. We'll get the kill. And Nox just following beautifully. Now we have Lucian getting caught out by Jace. Jace knocking him back into the tower and does execute him. Perfectly done. This team, this team, when you're up against a team like Nox, you need to actually calculate your mistakes. You have no room for mistakes. Every mistake, every misclick you do, you will get paid for it, unless your internet kind of sucks. And wow, Seeker sniping down Morgana right in that bot lane. Just beautiful play by his Jace, man. I'm surprised he did not go Riven. I thought he would go Riven, but now he is kind of caught up by Master Yi. Master Yi ultied Alpha Strike onto. Here comes his team. Here comes Graves. He's gonna try and kite this one. Ignite does go down. Here comes Rostal Forest. Lands the Q. Does get saved. Already getting exhausted. Very low HP. Will Spirit Rush away. I think he will go to safety. Offense with the blue. Trying to get that movement speed. Itachi also taking very low. Here comes Rostal Forest. Doesn't connect the Q. And takes a little bit of harass for it, but doesn't matter. They don't die. They don't do anything. Instead, they get the Master Yi, and they come out successful. Beautiful play by Nox. So yeah, over in the bot lane, we do also have a small duel between Graves and Lucian. Graves looking to take down this turret and then play very aggressive onto Lucian, and yeah, no, Graves 1v doing this, uses his ulti. Heal did be used, and here comes Master Yi trying to come in and save, but he cannot. Just going back, and yeah. Yeah, so, 3 members in bot lane trying to push that turret. Lucian over, stuck in base. Itachi just warding around their bot lane, and they look on to take this turret, but they've got 2 members of they've got 2 members from Nox coming in over. Here comes the Solar Flare does hit. Gets 2 members. Seeker coming in with his sniper rifle. Does take them very low HP. Here comes the Shockwave by Oriana. And that is just why you don't overextend against a team like Nox. I mean, 3 members of purple team trying to take down the top lane, I mean bot lane turret, but Nox just coming in hard, saying that don't touch our turret, you guys are getting wrecked, and they pay the price for it. Yeah, so again, Seeker, you know, just sniping with Jace, playing Jace like an MLG 360 from Call of Duty. I mean, oh, he does get charmed by Ari. He does get very low. Ignite goes on him. Outfit's trying to do what he can to peel for him. He will go down by Nasus. Here comes Nasus. How many stack? What is that? I don't know. Yeah, 183 stack Nasus, I think. I'm not sure. But here comes down the bot lane. They're just getting decimated. Ulti by Morgana comes up. Here comes Worstlord Forest. It's all over. There comes Lucian. Worstlord Forest. Here comes Flash by Graves. And a triple kill will be picked up by him. Purple team has just no idea what they're doing. 21-2. Purple team needs to pick up their game and stop complaining about lag every time they die. It's kind of irritating to all of us, not just to Nox, but just to all of us. Complaining about it not being fair, but it is all fair. If it's lag, it's your problem. You have to fix it. Nothing we can do. You know, it's just one of those things where, like, you know, you need to do it from your own end. We can't come to your house. We can't fix your internet cables. You need to fix that, and you need to just play properly. I mean, it could be the lag, but, you know, just individual mistakes are just so much. Like, I don't think you really need lag to, you know, just walk in the lane and then just walk through lane like Master Yi did earlier, so. You know, it's whatever. Game still continues. Nox taking a huge lead onto this. Offit's just walking in between 2 players. He does get slowed. Here comes the ult by Master Yi. He has Seeker right behind him. He's not afraid. Shockwave goes up. Outfit staying alive. Chantun Gupta with the Nasus trying to get on the outfits, but here comes Worstlord Forest and GG Nasus. Again, over in chat. Just checking. Oh, here comes Worstlord going ham onto Ari and does pick up the kill. That ulti just doing so much damage at this stage, and Seeker missing a few kills on the Lucian. It's a level 12 Seeker versus a level 8 Lucian, and wow! Playing with a sniper rifle again does take them to half HP. Outfits being a bit clumsy, getting hit by the stun here, but he comes rocks in, doesn't care about anything. Solar Flare hits, here he goes, and a dominating effort we see. And Oriana, 18 minutes in, 608. Wow, let's see what items he picks up when he goes back. Finishes the Rabadons, Athene's Holy Grail. This, you don't want when you have an Oriana this strong into the game. Like, not even the Oriana, you have a Jace this strong, just dishing out so much damage. Vi this strong, Graves this strong, even a support this strong. You know the game is over. Super minions, you know, just pummeling away at the Nexus turrets. First of all, pushing down the bot lane, Xeroxen going back. They are looking forward to take down this bot lane turret, and once they do, that's probably gonna be game. See how they react. Everybody else just in their base. Lucian taken low from the super minions alone. I mean, when you have super minions crowding your base, when you're about level 8 and 9, they are going to be doing some severe amount of damage. Do not never underestimate the super minions. And yeah, Offit's just split pushing that one lane while the rest of Nox fighting in the other. They could actually turret dive this, but I guess they, you know, still feel that this is a tournament. Meanwhile, over in the top lane, Affit's doing the Nasus and coming out on top. This, guys, is when you know the game is over. When an Oriana at 20 minutes can duel a Nasus. This is like, you know, this is the time when you know your game is over. It's 20 minutes. I don't believe they are surrendering, but then they got the top lane and mid lane just pushing over onto the Nexus. This game is gonna be over very soon, I believe. Master Yi with teleport being taken very low just by the super minion. I mean, you can see how much objective matters now. Like, they've got the dragon, they're gonna be doing the extra damage, and now they're just gonna pounce away on this bot lane inhibitor turret, and there's nothing the 22k purple team can do it. It's already just getting wrecked by Xerox, and flash being used, solar flare on the Lucian going a bit too greedy for the support, gets paid. Here comes Master Yi with the ulti, he also goes down, doesn't get nowhere near Worsdorf Forest, and this is just with 2 members. This is just with 2 members of Nox that they're able to do this much to a 5-man purple team. And now Xeroxin isn't finished yet. He wants to get some of this Nessus, but I don't think he can. Meanwhile, they just have the main crowd control CC member of their team, Affit's, just taking blue and going up to top lane. And yeah, oh, we might see Xeroxin going down. Xeroxin playing a bit too aggressive, going down to the Nessus. He thought he could 1v1, but he can't. Too bad. Yeah, wow. We even have some action missing while I take a sip of water. Outfit's dueling out that Ari with 5 people. He gets another kill. Outfit's just being able to 1v3, having a lot of damage. That shield does get a triple kill for Outfit, taking down 3 members like M&M's or Snickers or something. You know, just wrecking here. 10-0 Orianna, 22 minutes of this game. This is not because of lag, this is just because of the pure skill level, everyday games being played, preparation for this tournament. Nace is coming, flash queuing, trying to get the Orianna. Also the Morgana coming, goes for the snare. Affit's being flashed, W's away. He does have that blue buff, very good kiting by Affit's. Will he go for more? He has very less mana, even though he has this blue buff, so he will be regaining mana. While Nox does take the Baron. They got the Baron. This might be it. They're probably gonna go for the last back of the game, pick up a few items, and end the game while they end the game like it's no problem at all, man. This is just, we've seen a lot of games. I mean, we've truly seen a lot of games. 3 days of the split, almost 10 to 4 games each day. And we've never seen a team just dominate another team like this. 34-3, 45k to 25k. That's almost twice as good. I mean, we have seen teams literally stomp other teams, but not like this. A 10-0 Orianna, a 9-1 Jace, a 6-1 Vi jungle. And you know, teams may have dominated stuff, but not like this. This is just like a new type of domination. Worsdorf doesn't care, going straight in, does pay the price for too much aggression. Solar Flare hits on a few people. Seeker coming out with a lot of damage. Xeroxin also with his own damage. They're just gonna clear out the minions. IGX attacks, self alone taking down the inhibitor. Xeroxin gets clumped in, gets trapped there. He will go down, but Seeker is there for cleanup. IGX Itachi very low. Spell shield on the Nasus. He will walk away. Seeker trying to get a snipe, but he can't. He'll take the inhibitor instead. Here comes Affit, you know, fully walking down in the lane. They're gonna be pouncing right on the Nexus turrets. Here comes Nasus trying to do something, but they've got too much damage. A shockwave for one person. Who cares? Seeker going godlike this game. 13-1 on that Jace. 153 farm. 24 minutes in. This could be a very early win if Nox wanted to, but instead they're not. They don't want to. Here comes Lucian, trying to do what he can with this 59 farm in 24 minutes. The first Nexus turret does get taken down. The full team of Purple Team is here trying to clear out the base. They're just taking, you know, they're not, they really can't. I mean, they got 2 inhibitors down in 24 minutes. These people are level 10 and 12, and with the amount of damage Seeker and Outfits are being able to do, just a random flash by Lucian, a flash of giving up, a flash of he cannot do this anymore. Here comes Master Yi trying to push out his base a little bit. They're not allowed to, and you know, Nox just want to finish this game in style, I guess, taking down all the turrets and taking down all the objectives on this map. I guess, giving a tiny bit of breathing room for Purple Team. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but Lurstal just camping in the brush, just want to see what they're up to. They don't want to overexpend and go ridiculously aggressive because they know that if they play too recklessly, they will go down and end up a throw, but they don't want to. He sees Morgana, a few abilities, and she will go down. You know, nothing big. It's 39 to 5. This game, as we knew, is over. But for style points, they want to go for the turrets. They want to go for the inhibitors. They want to end this game how it should be. And worst off for it's going aggressive on Ari. Ari will go down. A double kill being picked up. A triple kill, I guess. No, that kill will go to Xerox and all these players. IJX Itachi flashing in for the lulz. He does miss his abilities though, so I guess a little bit of clumsiness on his end, but the last Nexus turret will go down, and you know, Nox just want to, I guess, toy around with them a little bit. They do have the right to toy around regarding how much of a stomp. 44 to 5. This is this kind of stomp we haven't seen. Well, we have seen stomps, but this is just like a new kind of stomp we've seen. Other team blaming it on lag, but who cares? Nox with the victory. 26 minutes in the game. 44 to 5.